Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here. Welcome back to one of the final episodes of our Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Speedrun. I am so excited, and I just can't hide it, because we're almost finished with this game, and I have definitely never beaten this game before, so it's a big deal to me to finally be here at the Elite Four. You just watched the grinding montage, so don't get confused when you see the team. I will talk about that in just a second. First, I want to go ahead and start off by saying, how cool was that? We ran into 2 Zapdos. I think 2 Zapdos. Maybe even more. Too bad we couldn't get 2 Zapdos whenever we were first encountering Pokemon in the Victory Road, but whatever, it's alright. I like our little Shuppet, who you guys see is now a Bayonet. And of course the levels are a lot higher than you just saw them in the grinding montage. We'll talk about that in just a second, but first, let's go ahead and get ready to see the team here. Our starter, Lapras, who is still with us. So proud of you, buddy. Level 47, Surf, Body Slam, Ice Beam, and Confuse Ray. We are ready to go with Lapras. And then we have Torkoal here, level 48, Curse, Flamethrower, Heat Wave, and Body Slam. It learned Heat Wave and while I was training. And then we also have our Crobat here, Air Cutter, Bite, Wing Attack, and Confuse Ray. Loving you, Crobat. Loving you. Really misjudged you, my friend. Bayonet here, level 50. Nightshade, Shadow Ball, Feint Attack, and Will-O-Wisp. It learned Shadow Ball. And then we have Latios, who knows Waterfall, Psychic, Dragon Breath, and Aerial Ace. Loving you, buddy. You're doing great. Glad to have you on our team. And last but certainly not least, our level 51 Mewtwo, who knows Confusion, Iron Tail, Thunderbolt, and Swift. One of the best movesets ever. We could have Psychic, but I like Confusion. Works just as well. Anyway, that's the team. So the reason that they're not the exact level that you guys saw them in the grinding montage is because I actually went ahead and fought the Elite Four people multiple times to train. That was like the only way that I could train. The higher I went in levels in Victory Road, the harder it was to train. And I didn't want you guys to sit through like an hour and a half grinding montage, because literally it's taken me days to get to this level here. So I hope you don't mind that we went ahead and did that. I do know what the Elite Four people do have, but it shouldn't make a big deal, because I never beat the Elite Four at any point in time. I just went ahead and decided not to do that, but I just used them for training, so I hope nobody gets mad. But anyway, we're going to start here. We've got our healing items, our hyper potions, full heals, and all that. I just went ahead and bought one more full heal. You know, just go ahead and let's waste all of our money. Why not? Because we'll probably need it. But let's go ahead and take on the Elite Four. So we are going to actually be taking on 2 Elite Four members in this episode. And then in the next episode, we will take on the next 2 Elite Four members. And then the final episode of our Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke will be the champion and the end credits, of course. Well, that will be a lot later, but I wanted to go ahead and do at least 2 Elite Four members. That way we could have kind of a decent, what do I want to call it, length? Yeah, a decent length of the video. That way they wouldn't be too short, because if we just did one at a time with a speed run, it probably wouldn't be but like a 3-minute video. But I debated a lot on whether I should do this in the speedrun format or just go ahead and do it in normal speed. And I thought, you know what, you guys, we've been doing a speedrun. Let's stick to the speedrun. Let's do it the right way and end it off the right way, and keep the speedrun rules going. So first off, he lit off with his Ariados, who tied pretty quickly to my Lapras' Ice Beams, and then now he has the Kecleon out, who's going to use Perish Song on us, but we're not going to die to a Perish Song, so we're going to go ahead and use Torkoal here. And Torkoal is not going to get a chance to take it out for the victory, because it's going to kill itself in Confusion. Stupid Kecleon. And then next he's going to lead out with his Pidgeot, who knows Hyper Beam, so do not want to mess with this Pidgeot here. But luckily, there's the Hyper Beam. Luckily we healed up Lapras when we did, because I was kind of thinking, I was like, you know what, this guy could hit me with a Hyper Beam and it could hurt me, but it didn't. So if you are a little bit confused, if this is the first episode you're watching, which if it is, then you should probably go back to the beginning and watch the whole series before you jump right into this. What are you doing back here? But anyway, Sidney is a user of fire types, I believe. But since this is a randomizer, all of his Pokemon are random, so we do not know what kind he will have. Obviously, he has many different kinds, but he still has the fire type here with the Rapidash. He was actually just a Haxor and only wants to use Protect. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with fire type Pokemon and using Protect, but that's all that Rapidash wanted to do. Anyway, we defeated Sidney of the Elite Four. We got what it takes to go on farther and go to the next room and enjoy our next battle. So I'm going to go to the next room, and then we are going to take on the next Elite Four person, Phoebe, I believe. I actually forgot to heal up, but it's alright. She trains the Ghost type Pokemon, but unfortunately, this is a randomizer Phoebe, so you're not going to be able to use your Ghost types. You're going to use whatever you have. And she's going to lead off with her Snorlax first, who I'm going to confuse because this thing is such a Haxor with its double teams. I wanted to try and get the paralysis off on it with somebody, but then I thought, you know what, let's use a Will-O-Wisp with Bayonet, because Bayonet hasn't seen any action yet in the Elite Four. I was actually, in the beginning, not too happy when we lost our Lunatone, and I had to replace with Shuppet. But Bayonet actually turned out to be a pretty good Pokemon, and I'm not upset about it at all that I got it on our team. It just didn't get too much action in the Elite Four because there wasn't really much it could do. It probably could, but I just didn't want to take the risk of losing another Pokemon. My goal was to get through the Elite Four without losing a single Pokemon, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. As she is going to send out her Dugong, so I'm going to send in Mewtwo real quick here, get off a Thunderbolt. A couple Thunderbolts will take out that Dugong, and we should be good. Now, when I was training against this girl here, I got so annoyed because she kept using those Ice Beams and stuff, and it kept getting the freeze hacks on my Mewtwo. But luckily this time we didn't have to deal with that. And I also want to say, I hope you guys still aren't upset with me or anything with me doing the training with the Elite Four. But this was basically the only way that I could train. And I know that this is a Nuzlocke, and if my Pokemon die, then I have to put them away, which is what I've been doing through the whole series. But the only way that I could train with the Elite Four without, not defeating them was to get defeated myself. So I had to lose my Pokemon, but since I was just training, and this was the only way that I could train to the level that I wanted to be at, I thought you guys wouldn't mind. Hopefully you don't mind, because that would really upset me. I don't want you guys to get mad at me, but this was pretty much my only option other than to use rare candies, and I don't want to do that. But anyway, we defeated Phoebe, finally. So that's going to do it for this episode. We are going to take on the next two Elite Four members in the next episode, starting out with Galatia. I'm going to heal up everybody on the team first this time before we actually take her on. So if you liked the video, guys, leave a like, subscribe to watch more of my Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Speedrun. If you haven't watched the beginning, go back and watch it. You gotta see this series. I'm so happy for it. It's my first ever series that I've done, and I'm finished. And comments are always appreciated, so you can leave them down below. Anyway, enough of me talking. I'll see you guys in the next episode of our Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Speedrun.